Friends, welcome to my channel. Keep exploring. In today's topic, we are going to discuss addition and subtraction of integers using four rule theory. Now, using this formula, we can easily solve any integer problem related to addition and subtraction. So, let's start the four rule theory. It consists of four rules. First, solving the brackets. Next, grouping them. Third, same sign. And the last is opposite sign. Let's see one by one. What's the process? To start with, solving brackets. So solving brackets is done by the simple method of sign multiplication. Sign multiplication is nothing but multiplying the integer sign, that is plus and minus. So here, as you can see, when we multiply integers of same sign, you can see here, when integers of same sign are multiplied, we get a positive answer. And when integers of opposite sign is multiplied, we get a negative answer. So we will use this method and solve the brackets. So talking about brackets, so this can be written in this way: plus of plus gives a plus, minus of minus gives a plus, plus of minus will give minus, and minus of plus will give minus. So here we take care that, see here in these two things. So whenever a negative sign is outside the bracket, whatever is inside, it changes. You can say this. So minus has become plus and plus has become minus. So whenever there is a negative sign outside the bracket, just change whatever is inside it. And if you have a plus sign, there is no need to change. We can keep as it is. So to know more about sign multiplication, please go through the description and get the link to the video regarding sign multiplication. Now let's move on. Grouping. Grouping is nothing but separating the positives and the negatives. So here, let us take an example. Let's consider positives to be heroes and negatives to be villains. So we have considered positives as 0 and negatives as villains. Now, let's have a simple fight for them. So now what we'll do, for a fight, we have to separate them. That means you have to see how many heroes, how many villains are there and how they fight. So here there is a rule in this fight that each hero fights with each villain. So one hero and one villain will fight with each other, and the left out will be the winner. So that's the simple logic. One hero fights with one villain, and who is left out, those are the winners. So let's see here. Same sign. That's the third rule. Now same sign says that you have to add and put the same sign. So that means if integers are of the same sign, you have to add them and put the same sign. Now let's understand this one using our heroes and villains story. So here, as we have discussed earlier, heroes are taken as positives and villains are taken as negatives. So first thing, let's replace these integers to our heroes and villains. Now we are having the first one is plus 3. Now plus 3 means 3 positives. When you say plus 3, that is 3 positives. Now 3 positive, in place of positive we can say heroes. So 3 heroes are there. Next, again plus 2. That means we have 2 more heroes. Now you can see here 3 heroes. Next again 2 heroes. Total 5 heroes. As there is no villains here, means there is no negatives, there will be no fight. Hence these heroes add up to make 5. So 3 heroes and 2 heroes, 5 heroes. Or else 3 positives and 2 positives gives you 5 positives. Now let's do the next one. Minus 3 and minus 2. So what do you mean by minus 3? Minus 3 means 3 negatives. So 3 villains. Next 2 negatives, 2 villains. So there are no heroes here. So since there are no heroes, there will be no fight. So they are left out. So 5 villains are as it is. So they add up to 5. So you can see here, since all are villains, we are using the negative sign. Now let's see how the rule works for same sign. First thing, integers of same sign, then we will add them. Adding money, we will add their values. Irrespective of whatever the sign it is, whether they are negatives or both are positives, we have to add the values. Then we will put the same sign. So as you can see here, the same thing has been done. Integers are of same sign. Yes, we have added the value 3 plus 2, we got 5, and then we have put the same sign because all are positive. So answer is also positive. The same way here, you can say integers of same sign. We have added 3 and 2, we have got 5, and put the same sign. Same sign is negative. So you can see here easily same sign, add, put the same sign. Now the last rule of this theory, opposite sign. When integers are of opposite sign, we have to subtract and put the bigger sign. That's the rule here. So to understand this rule, let's take two examples of opposite sign and follow our hero and villain story. So heroes positives, villains negatives. Let's start counting now. Minus 5. Minus 5 means 5 negatives. So 5 villains. Next, 3 positives, 3 heroes. Now we can see we are having some heroes and some villains, so there will be a fight. So one villain cancels out, one hero, one villain, one hero, one villain, one hero. So who are left out now? Now two villains are left out. So two villains mean two negatives. So two negatives is written as minus 2, right? So we are left out with two villains. So villains we have taken as negatives. So two negatives is written as minus 2. Now let's see the next one. Minus 3. So minus 3 means 3 villains plus 5. 5 heroes. 3 villains and 5 heroes. You can see here 3 villains and 5 heroes. So 3 villains fight with 3 heroes. That means from 5 heroes, 3 heroes are gone for fight. So remaining is 2 heroes. As you can see here, 2 heroes are left out. So here that's the easiest way to remember. Opposite sign, subtract, put the bigger sign. Now see here how it works. Opposite sign, we have seen it. Opposite sign is there. Then we will subtract them. When we subtract 5 and 3, we get 2. Then put the bigger sign. We can see here more negatives are there. Since our answer is negative, always see whose power is more. That sign only will get. As you can see here more villains are there. Here less heroes are there. So always the villains will win here, obviously. And in the second case, less villains are there and more heroes are there. So obviously, heroes will win, and we got a positive answer. As seen here, opposite sign, subtract, put the bigger sign, over. So when we subtract, we get 2, and the bigger one is positives. More positives are there, so one answer will be positive. Now you should remember that this grouping same sign and opposite sign comes only after solving the brackets. Only after solving the brackets we'll be using this. So let's see and apply this 4 rule theory for our question of this type. So we have minus 3 plus of minus 2, minus of minus 3, plus of minus 7, minus of minus 4. Now you see the way I am reading the question. I am not reading it as plus, minus, minus, minus like that. Always keep an habit of reading it as when there is a bracket. So read it as plus of minus or minus of minus. So it will be easy to follow the system. Now see here, first step, solving the brackets. So let's solve it. So we get as minus 3 because there is no brackets here for minus 3. Next, minus 2 is inside the bracket. So to open it, to open it, I have to multiply. That is solving the brackets. So plus into minus, minus 2, minus into minus, plus 3, plus into minus, minus 7, minus into minus, plus 4. So is it clear now? So plus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus. Or else we can say it like as discussed, if outside the bracket we have a negative sign, we have to write the opposite of whatever inside. So opposite of minus 3 is plus 3 and opposite of minus 4 is plus 4. So this is only when we have a negative sign outside the bracket. So if outside the bracket we have a negative sign, then always write the opposite of whatever is inside, or else simple use the sign multiplication. Next, grouping. Now we'll just go to our heroes and villains story. So we have to separate the heroes and villains. So heroes are positives. So first plus 3, then plus 4. So all the heroes are together now. Next, all the villains minus 3, minus 2 and minus 7. That means we have separated the positives and the negatives. So the heroes and villains are separated. Next, same sign. So in same sign, what we do? So we count total how many heroes are there and total how many villains are there. That means same sign, add, put the same sign. So here we can see first we'll count how many total positives are there and total negatives are there. Total positives 7, total negatives 12. So what we have used? Same sign, add, put the same sign. That's the simple rule we are using. Since there are same sign, plus and plus, so we are using addition. 3 plus 4, we got 7 and put the same sign. Next, same sign, all are negatives. So we are just counting how many negatives are there. 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 7, 12 negatives. Next is opposite sign. As you can see here, one is plus, one is minus. Same thing, 7 heroes and 12 villains are there. So when we have 7 heroes and 12 villains, 7 heroes will fight with 7 villains. That means from these 12 villains, 7 villains have gone for fighting. So remaining are 5 villains. Simple as that. Or else opposite sign, subtract, put the bigger sign. So opposite sign will subtract. So 7 and 12 when we subtract, we get 5. And the bigger sign, more negatives are there. So answer is also negative. So in this way, easily we can solve any type of question. Now let's do one more using the 4-rule theory. So always remember, first thing is solving the brackets. If there are any brackets involved, we have to solve it first. Solving brackets means opening the bracket using sign multiplication. As you can see here in the first case, minus 3 is inside the bracket and outside also we have minus. So simple multiplication will use minus into minus plus the number 3. Next, plus into minus, minus the number 10 as it is. Next, minus into minus, plus 8, plus into minus, minus 7. And at last we have no brackets, so simply we write minus 4. Next, grouping. One will separate the positives and the negatives. So first we will separate plus 3 and plus 8 are the positives. Next, all the negatives, minus 10, minus 7 and minus 4. These are the negatives. So next step, same sign means we will count all the same sign things, how many positives are there and how many negatives. That's the easiest way to do. So we can see here 11 positives are there and we can see here 10 plus 7, 17 plus 4, 21 negatives are there. You can see here 11 positives and 21 negatives. Next, the last step, that is opposite sign rule. As you can see here, 11 positives are there and 12 negatives are there. So opposite sign, what we do? Subtract and put the bigger sign. So when you subtract 21 and 11, if you subtract, we get 10. So our answer is 10. And see which sign is bigger, means which is more in power. So we can see here 21 negatives are there. So the negatives are more. So our answer is negative. So answer is minus 10. So that's a simple way. Plus 11 minus 21. Just you have to see opposite sign, put the bigger sign and subtract the number. Always put the bigger sign whenever we are having opposite sign. And for same sign, always we put the same sign. So in this way, we can solve any type of integer questions related to addition and subtraction. Thank you and keep exploring.